You're super low. Oh, you know what, Drew? I think it's your USB. I think it's in the wrong slot or needs to be turned over. Yeah, I can barely hear you. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, nothing. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, da. Yeah, it's still not coming in. Really, really low. Hey, people. Yeah, Drew's a little low right now. We found it's like USB issue. Yeah. Well, they did it. They officially did it. Yeah, play around, see if it can go into another slot or something. But in the meantime, you have great elevator music, folks. Can't hear you anything. Nothing. Yeah, I don't know, Drew. Nothing. Still not there. Let me try one thing.
How's that?
There we go. There we go.
Is that better?
Now we're in.
Okay, sounds good. Oop, are we? Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah, take it to red and then back it off a little.
Okay, gotcha. All right, let's see here. Going. It's all the way up. No, we're going back. Okay,
yeah,
go back.
And then back it off.
What if I go, ha ha ha, that's too loud, yeah.
Right. One thing we could do to assist is we could use the audio of IPDTL, because with that one you hear no matter what's going on. If you start talking, it doesn't cut off.
I got it. I don't mind this. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
All right. Welcome, everyone. Welcome.
Everybody shuffles in.
Isn't there like a song like Welcome, Sabbath Morning from my...
Oh, yeah. There's a different version. I grew up Lutheran. It's the same deal, though.
Yeah. Worst song we had, worst religious song ever was the one that said, Saturday is a special day. It's the day we get ready for Sunday. And as a kid, I was like, what? I don't even get Saturday now? I gotta prepare for Sunday? I thought it was giving up one day a week.
That sucks. Yeah, no kidding. I didn't.
No, losing you a little bit.
I'm waiting for all my crap to lit up. All right, yeah. Okay.
Dun, 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 dun. We'll go to a new song here. And we will start out what we do on the show, this Fark show, is we go through the news. Basically, Drew tells me what's going on. And I listen obediently. Add my comments.
Yeah, pretty much. Just like we do in real life whenever we hang out, which hasn't been in, I think, 8 weeks.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Let's see. So you've sent me the stories?
Coming.
Here they go. We're loading. This is loading the stories music, folks. What do you think of my...
Yes.
I added yet another Fark Photoshop dude to the set.
Oh, good. Which one is it?
It's this orange dude.
Nice.
He's holding down the fort in the back there. Felt like we needed somebody behind us. Dun, 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 dun. Hope everyone's having a good day. We're just loading up the stories here now. In the Netherlands? Is that where you are? It's Blur's Day. Yeah, Drew's freezing up a little bit. I don't know. We got to get you on that fiber, Drew.
I know. Tell me about it.
Or just a long Ethernet cable snaking from your upstairs across hallways.
That would probably do it. Oh, here we go.
Got some... The
stories
stories
taking
are
a while. There's some...
loading up.
Some wonky...
Part of it's my fault because I got down here right late. I went to Costco to go pick up some lights I'd wanted to get, and this is the age-old Costco, is you go once and you're like, wow, what a great deal, and then you go back and that deal is no longer active, and so you pay a ton.
That's how they get you.
That's how they get you. They knew I was coming to town.
All right, there we go.
Okay.
I think what happened, what killed my connection was I always grab the folder, I save everything, and then I load it all at once, and I think it just crushes everything when it did.
Sounds reasonable.
Yeah. It's like, 15 to 20 links with video firing off all simultaneously, and then whatever else the kids are doing.
Yeah. Kids, as always, they ruin everything.
Oh, so I got an important one for you and for anybody else. I got a YouTube video that is queued up for, it starts at the right place. I won't spoil what it is. Do not let that thing get past 12 minutes and 30 seconds, and I'll explain why.
Wow, that sounds awesome. That's an awesome video.
We're gonna start at 11:38. Oh, we might have anyway, I'll wait till we get there. Just cut that sucker off.
Well, that's a great tease. That's a great tease.
Yeah, but don't actually hit it. Okay, I think I got everything over to you. Got one more. Here we go.
All right, I see the
that's all of it. The Gorilla story finishes it up. I already teased that on the Fark link. You go ahead and load all those, and I'll.
Oh, I saw a crazy thing on my way to Costco.
What's that? Gorillas?
I saw Amelia driving down the road, and I'm like, "What is that tall thing in the road? Did something fall out of a car and is just sitting in there?" And it was about 3 feet tall, 3 feet, 3.5 feet. 4 feet, I swear.
Yeah.
And it was a beaver or a rock chuck. I don't know if you have rock chucks here, but the thing was fat and giant, just standing there.
We have. I think we have woodchucks for sure. We definitely have. I don't think we have nutria.
Yeah, I don't think beavers go out in the middle of the road, but it was epic. And just stood there. I did not kill him. Yeah, groundhog. Oh, that's true. Groundhog. Yeah, I guess that's in the West we call them rock chucks. Whistle pigs. I like that one. That sounds good. Awesome, Drew.
I like how you call them rock chucks because I think I know where that name came.
Oh, really? Where's that? No, you're cutting in and out. It's mighty low. I don't know what the deal is. But hopefully we'll make it. Nutria in Oregon. Yeah, I could see that. Rock chucks in Idaho. But whistle pigs, that one's tight. That is tight. Hey, Obladuric, just found out about this stream, something new or been going on for a while. We've been going on for a couple weeks now. And what is it, a couple weeks, Drew?
Actually, longer than that.
Has it? Yeah, maybe it has.
Yeah, actually, I think we started in March.
Okay. Well, that's the thing. Time keeps on mattering. Not at all. That's how it goes. It's too hot in my house right now. All right, Drew. You ready for the news? I don't know if you are. Is there any way to up your internet buttons? Can we enhance?
Yeah. Up mine or up yours?
Up yours. Up yours.
Yeah, I'm checking on that right now. I'm having Heather boot all the kids off.
Yeah, they're doing all the things. Did they finish the internet in your area? The fiber for MetroNet?
Oh, here we go. Yeah, they did. Here, I just found something that might help.
Okay.
All right.
He's running old school LimeWire. LimeWire is the answer.
Yeah, Napster, LimeWire, third party.
Man, LimeWire back in the day. That was the something.
Oh yeah.
That was the something. Well, we don't have an insane amount of stories, but I'm guessing the content is just riveting. Yeah.
So I think, let's see if this solved the problem on this end. I'll warm up. This wasn't one of the actual stories we're going to cover, but I've got a follow up on the me being a time traveler going viral thing.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a jump platform. So I mean, we've all kind of known this. You know, when people forward you stuff off of usually Instagram, sometimes Facebook, and it's always basically like the same stupid dumb accounts that just scrape crap off of Twitter and
Yep.
Reddit and Fark once in a while. Yeah, so a bunch of accounts found that, and so the tweet jumped over to Instagram, but it's traveling around as an image, so it's not worth anything.
And well, yeah, it doesn't give you any internet points.
Well, no, but I mean, it wasn't like the original one did either. In fact, I'll have to share the sort of the I posted it on my Facebook page because somebody asked, but the sort of the net effect of like what that tweet did. I mean, the short version was it was 35 million people saw it, and I got 50 new followers out of it. So yeah, woo.
And that's funny how it happens. Yeah, it's like it doesn't always it's not a 1-to-1 proposition on there. Yeah. Awesome. Well, we have got some stories. I love that we've got Oregon conversation going on. One tidbit for the day, Drew. I don't think I sent this to you, but my uncle, lives in Portland. He used to be a gardener for the city of Portland before he retired. Oh, cool. And so his garden is insane. He grows all these things. In fact, when I went to stay with him for like a week in the summer in the 80s, he took me down to some of the rose gardens and showed me where all the prostitutes and drug deals were going down, which was fantastic.
Oh, good. Is that where they happen?
That's where they happen. They happen in the rose gardens. And then, but anyway, he's grown a mountain agave, and it's 18 years old, and it only blooms once, and then it dies. And it's apparently blooming right now, and everyone in Portland is coming to his house to check it out. And
oh, nice.
Yeah, he's not excited about that. So long story.
Well, what do you do after? Like, do you grind it up and make tequila, or what?
I would think so. Isn't that your responsibility? And you make like one bottle.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Cottage Grove, Oregon here. Awesome. Great to have you here. All right, folks, we are going to start this party. Oh, I don't have you on there, Drew. Let me just stick your shiny face there. There we go. Hey, national COVID-19 trends look very different when you remove the New York City metro area.
Yeah, so this is Josh Marshall over at Talking Points. He's worth following. He's a lot of fun, and he's been doing this using available data. But this is his graph that he's been doing. He's been pulling the New York City stuff out because New York's kind of they're crushing it, man. They're getting it done. But the problem is that they keep on running the entire country average together, and when you take out the guys that are doing really well, turns out we're not doing that well. Go figure. Check out that graph.
Interesting. Lots of points. I will say this. I will say COVID has been great for graphs. Graphs have really gotten to work out through this.
Totally have. But yeah, so anyway, we'll see how that goes. But I don't like the direction that's going, and the fact that everybody's opening up as it's at its height. But here we are.
Here we are. All right. Looks like you have the Philippines here with some data. Or do we?
Yeah. Pull the graphs up for this. So we were I was taking a look at it. I was like, how are our old friends countries doing?
So total cases, that's I guess total everywhere. Daily cases in the Philippines.
Using this stuff here.
Yeah, let's see. So we are looking at coronavirus, is that right? I mean, sorry.
Yeah,
looking at Philippines.
Philippines, yeah. Pull up the Philippines daily new cases on the graph.
Okay, let's see if I can find that. These little graphs. Total cases, daily new cases. There we go. There it is.
There you go. So this is interesting. I wanted to compare two countries. I was just going back and looking at our old friends, the guys that are taking two different directions, the Philippines and Brazil. Philippines, as you may recall, is the country where the cops are allowed to shoot you if you're out walking around. So that we would call that extreme social distancing.
Fantastic.
What I find interesting about this graph is that it's not curving out. Now it's not real high either. So maybe that's the takeaway here. But how interesting is it in a country where if you go outside, you'll get shot? They're coming up with 200 new cases a day. How's that work?
Very true. Very true. And where are we at on the, let's see, the total deaths that they have, they're still under 1,000.
Yeah, they're hovering. So, like I said, maybe the takeaway is this is kind of working out. But man, if you're going to get shot, there should be no cases and no deaths by this point. I think it just means this is a squirrely disease.
I just figured it out. They're counting the people that they've also shot because they're out for coronavirus. That's what it is.
That's probably it. That is technically a coronavirus-related death.
It's definitely related.
I would go with that theory.
All right, now we got Brazil. Brazil's up. What's the difference between Philippines and Brazil?
So Brazil has decided to do nothing. In fact, their president thinks that the virus isn't even real. Or depending on what day you ask him, he also says that Brazilians are genetically resistant. I don't think either of those is true, but at any rate, you can see how that's going for them on their graphs.
Looks fantastic.
New cases.
They got to be leading other countries in a lot of ways. With 8,000, they're beating China.
They are gaining fast. That's per day.
Wait.
Oh, it's not the deaths. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, the deaths. I was like, wow, they've really stepped it up another level.
Oh man, they sure have. This is not working out for them.
I like.
I got when I was doing my time travel joke over the weekend. I got a lot of Brazilians asking me how that was going to play out, and I was like, God, do you really want to know? Because I don't want to tell you. But at any rate, that's how that's going. So you could do something, and you can keep your cases down. You're going to deaths around 20 a day, or you nothing. And I feel like we'll be looking at this in a couple of weeks and just slapping our foreheads.
Well, at least it's kind of like a double-blind study in a way. We have the other sides of it. I guess going forward, you can look exactly what do you want to do. Do you want to your economy? You can trounce your economy to this level, or you can trounce your population to this level. Pick your poison, kind of thing.
Exactly.
All right, advisor known as Professor Lockdown resigns after breaking rules to meet married lover. Nice.
So this is one of my favorite types of stories. It's a little complicated, but this guy, I've actually been following on Twitter. His name is Neil Ferguson. He's a professor. He is the author of the study, the original one that sounded the alarm, saying that deaths could go as high as 2 million if nothing was done. That's the study that flipped Trump, because I guess somebody showed it to him, or flipped somebody near him that convinced him it's a bad idea. This guy's he caught coronavirus really early, and he got it like at the end of March. But then he got over it, and apparently in the last week or two was spotted sneaking out over to his girlfriend's place, and her coming over to his place, and they're all married. It turns out everybody was in on it, so I guess that's less weird. But when your nickname is Professor Lockdown, you can't be caught walking out of the house or bringing somebody else over. It's not going to work.
Who busted him?
I don't know who busted him. The funny thing is I wonder if he picked up paparazzi. He got too famous or something. And
absolutely, because I'm guessing just average Joe professor isn't worthy of following around to see what your nightlife is like.
Yeah, who you're banging. Yeah, probably not. What sucks is this guy's really, really smart, but it also sucks that he did this because, as he says, he resigned because he should have not been, going outside like he told everybody else to do. So, I get it.
He was going.
I wish he did just.
He was going inside.
Yeah. Oh, that was right there. Great. Let's hit the next one because what I had to say was nowhere near that.
Florida sheriff appears half naked in racy photos with topless woman. Well,
Florida, right? Okay. Well, the best part about this article is what actually happens down here in the middle. So apparently the obvious story is that I don't know why he was photographed next to women. They had pasties on. I feel like that shouldn't count, but I don't really know the context. It's Florida.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm kidding there. It's like, I don't understand any part of the story. The best part though, is down towards the end when they're wrapping up discussing it, they say in the photos, Tony, the guy, was sporting tight-fitting swim shorts, sunglasses, and no shirt at Bliss nightclub, which describes itself as the, quote, #1 private party organization in the world. That's a big statement.
Nice.
For young, fit, attractive, bisexy women and couples. So it's a sex club. Okay, fine. But here's the best part. The next sentence. The photos emerged amid new revelations that he killed a man in self-defense when he was a teenager. Like, oh, that was paragraph 10. Oh my God, this guy must be like, this guy parties hard, man.
I like how they introduced that. This is another Stupid Facebook. Attempt by Scott Israel to smear Sheriff Tony's name and reputation.
I love it. It's like I don't think that's what that is. I think he's doing just fine by himself. But you know what? I think he needs to stay in the race because it's Florida.
Plus, he looks good. Like, I'm not going to be offended if his shirt's off. I'm guessing he's put the work in to have that shirt off.
Yeah, I think so too. Well, based on if that club is not completely lying, apparently that's the criteria for getting in. So he must have like
right.
At least
Yeah,
a 4-pack.
They have standards.
Yeah.
Video released of councilman accused of driving golf cart while drunk.
So I think we got a video here. The reason why this is fun is that this is essentially like a masterclass in what not to do if you're an elected official who gets pulled over by the cops. Driving while drunk while in your golf cart. And by the way, I think they might say this in the video. They found 9 beers in the golf cart and 2 of them were empty. But based on this guy, he started somewhere else then, because there's no way in hell this is 2 beers drunk.
What I'd love, no commercial on this one. Starting out. I didn't hit there we go. Here we go. Dallin can do it. Dallin can do it.
You could probably get a little ahead of like where she's talking and just start where you see him, because it's fantastic.
Officers stopped J.T. Chronister Sunday night for driving a golf cart through town. They say he was drunk. And tonight we're getting a look at the officer's body cam video. News 4's Kelsey Hill has details.
4 beers, and then they made me take like 2 shots, and then I was like, hey.
Made me.
40-year-old J.T. Chronister pulled over on Route 66 in a golf cart after he says he left the bar.
Okay. I'm like
He's like, it's just a golf cart.
Sobriety test.
Check his hat out, by the way. He's got that sucker on backwards.
Cuffed and placed in a patrol car, he made sure to let officers know how he felt about the arrest.
I've been a civil servant for 9 years.
Once you complete the state's test, you may have an additional paint shot.
You know what?
Available.
Raise hell.
Inside the golf cart, officers found 9 cans.
I'm gonna raise hell. Never say that to a cop.
Were empty.
Do you know who I am? Those are the next words.
Sir.
Later at the jail,
Mr. Cronster, please turn around. We have to do booking photos. It is part of the process.
Man, such a bummer.
he did not want a mugshot. And when it came to a phone call,
That's an old school jail right there. I like that.
Oklahoma.
Sir, that is part of the booking process, and you will get that, sir.
You damn right I will.
That's right.
1 too many shots, and I'm going 4 blocks, and I've served this community for 8 years.
Thank you for your service, sir. Thank you for your service.
Chronister was booked into the Canadian County Jail.
My whole life I'm trapped in 2 blocks.
Oh, this is the crying part.
Yeah.
Are you serious? Really? Okay. Feel good about it.
Like, dude, I'm checking out and going home later. This really is no skin off my back.
Yeah.
Chronister was booked on charges of driving under the influence and other minor.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, isn't that great? Yeah.
Now,
So if I'm running against this guy in the election, I'm just gonna cut out all of I'm just gonna do officer footage and just roll that on a loop.
one thing I thought I heard is, like, it doesn't matter what you're driving. If you're driving anything, even a bicycle, from what I understand, or a scooter or a horse or something like that.
We found that out from the Amish, or a lawnmower. Basically, if you're in possession and control of it, and there's been some articles about this, because Kentucky has the Amish too, but I only see these articles coming out of Ohio where they got that Rumspringa where they can just go like crazy for 2 years.
Time, which would be an awesome bar name. I think
a
party is happening there.
Yeah. But they would pull these guys over in an early Fark article where they pulled a group of 4 of them over. Everybody was drunk and passed out, but the horse was going home. And that's still a DUI, even though the horse knew where he was going.
Right. But in a way, that's like having a Tesla with and you push home button on it. And, and it takes you there.
Except you got to feed it and it poops all over the place. But otherwise, it's exactly like
that. Again, just stay home and booze it up at home is always a good option.
Always.
Kim Jong-un, photos spark wild theories about body double.
So I assume you probably saw this one. What do you think about this? Do you think Kim Jong-un's got a body double?
Well, I would like to say this. I do think I would like points for being very hesitant to say that he was dead. I didn't think it was.
Yeah.
It fit right along with the narratives that have been in the past. No, I don't think it's a body double. On some blurry images, I thought it was possible, But I think he had a rough night or hangover or something like that.
It lasted 3 weeks.
I don't know how you get, it's a distinctive face. It's like you've seen it so often. I don't think so.
Play that video real quick. Cause see, that's kind of what I was thinking. Like, what are the odds there is a dude that looks exactly like him?
Do you need a cappuccino machine? I was looking.
No,
apparently I was looking one up.
Yep.
Which is true. All right, here, hit play. All right, there he is.
What do you think?
He's looking bloated.
Well, so yeah.
But that hair and then that smile. I did see a photo of this one, and he was definitely, it's him. Yeah, it's him. I think so. It's that smile too.
I imagine in North Korea, if you look exactly like the guy running everything, they probably kill you early, you know?
Yeah.
They don't keep you in the background just in case they got to, pull off a fake switcheroo or something.
Right. Yeah.
And isn't that behind him? Isn't that animal, whatever it is?
I didn't see
everybody's
it.
Playing?
The what?
Animal Crossing. Yeah, it was the background behind him looked like Animal Crossing.
That would be awesome.
It would be awesome.
That would be awesome. He's like he's really in on his playing.
Oh yeah.
All right, clear, concise information. Oh, I'm reading an ad as a headline. The economy is in free fall, so why isn't the stock market?
So I put this in here because my dad asked me this, and I was telling him, I don't know. Well, so this exact article rolls through the news cycle this morning. I'm like, oh, let me read this. So let me save it for you. It turns out it's actually a very well-written article about all of the reasons why the economy, the economy sucks, but the stock market is holding up. And it's like, so they'll run through like everything you can possibly guess. Right around, let's see here, paragraph 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? The paragraph above the photo of the American flag on Wall Street.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So there's the last sentence is so the person writing this article is trying to find somebody who will be willing to go on the record. Basically it says a Goldman Sachs associate provided a variety of detailed explanations, which are all in this article, but then offered the following caveat: if I'm being dead ass honest, though, nobody really knows what's going on. Okay, so mystery solved. Nobody knows why the stock market
may be,
and that's actually possible, by the way. You'd be shocked at how dumb trades are.
Well, there's also this. I wonder how many people are like me. Like I haven't been too huge in the stock market before, but I look at it and there's some certain companies that you're like, that company's not going away. Yeah. Maybe it gets knocked down, but it's like, what? The stock is more than half of what it was last year. Oh, I'll pick some of that up and hold on to it. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, companies don't usually go to zero and then cash out for the most part on these traded ones. So
yeah. I mean, when they do, it sucks. But yeah,
I don't know what's better, horse racing or throwing it on the stock market.
Yeah.
Oh well, I do know this. I suck at horse racing, so that's not where I spend my time.
Nobody's good at it. That's why it's a thing.
Car sales are down 97%, giving us a bizarre top 10 bestsellers list.
So this is really good. So we got these are bestsellers in England, by the way. Check out. So those numbers are not like stand-ins. Those are the actual hard numbers of sales.
Oh, okay. The Fiesta. So the Tesla Model 3. That's interesting.
Yeah. So there were more Teslas sold. That's the number one selling car in England in April, but only 658 of them. So it's hard to say.
I wonder if because you have to get on the list to get one of those cars. It's like you already had the list built. Yep. And so it went through.
You're taking delivery of that thing because you paid already. So here it comes.
The Peugeot Rifter. I'd like to see what that looks like.
A lot of these guys, like the Vauxhall, is pretty much like Chevy. A lot of they're renamed for some reason, and then they'll even rename them the specific models of cars. If you Google them, it'll tell you which one it is. Like the Vauxhall Corsa is probably something we've got in the U.S. that.
Interesting. Well, I've wondered if it's a good time to buy. I'm actually holding out for a couple months before I ever look really seriously. But my thought was like people that get into trouble were overhead and then like need to unload it on Craigslist to just get whatever they can out of it.
That's probably going to happen. I think you're right.
So, yeah, not fun for somebody who's losing their car.
Nope.
Jeremy Art, listen, toilet flush during U.S. Supreme Court oral argument.
So this is a 15-second video. Play the whole thing. This is somebody doing an oral argument in front of the Supreme Court, and this is the audio that came over C-SPAN.
going to be saying, hey, call your congressman and change these laws that apply to banks. And what the FCC has said is that when the subject matter of the call ranges to the topics, then the call is transformed. And it's a call that would have been allowed and it's no longer allowed. And so I think they're going to be saying, hey, call your
That's it. No explanation.
Can you imagine the beatdown that, like, that's got to be, it's kids at home. It's always kids. And he's like, Daddy's arguing before the Supreme Court today. Can you please not? But you've been in my basement when somebody flushes the toilet.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah. Well, so apparently they've clarified there's a clarification, which I sent this to an attorney of mine, and he actually said exactly the same thing, but it's been confirmed. He said, it is so nerve-wracking to get up and give oral arguments in front of the Supreme Court, even when you're doing it at home. He's like, there is no way in hell that guy would risk that happening. And the clarification is that although he's pictured in the clip and was talking at the time, the flushing sound was not from him. And so the funny thing is it could have been, and this is the version I like to think is true, one of the Supreme Court justices might have been on the can. We don't know.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Who is the person who had it open at the time? Somebody had an open mic, and they thought, I can sneak this through.
I'll let this go by. Whoops, I'm going Clarence Thomas. That's my guess.
That's a good one. I like it. There's a black hole lurking within 1,000 light years of Earth, and you can see stars circling it with the naked eye.
Yeah, we usually put your mom jokes on these, but it's getting kind of old. But this was fascinating, and we can't see this because it's in the southern hemisphere. But yeah, apparently they spotted a black hole 1,000 light years away. I mean, it's basically this. I was just like, damn, it's like right out there.
Yeah, it's not that far away, right?
Well, I mean, if we could go at light speed, we'd be there in 1,000 years. So I guess technically, astronomic distance wise, that's really nearby. But as far as how about we go there after we're done doing this live stream? Nah, we'll never make it.
Yeah. More importantly, look at these dog shirts over here on the side.
Oh, man, that's great. Are you buying dog shirts?
What is Dallin searching? Great. Those are pretty good shirts. Like this one right there looks awesome. I'm gonna come back to that because
it's a little freaky, actually. Man.
They are. I wonder if it makes your belly disappear.
Probably not, but we're giving it a shot. See what happens.
They're still open. Stung by a giant hornet. That's a good video, right? Visual right there.
Okay, so I've got this set to start at 11:38. Don't let it go past 12:30. And the reason why is this. So this moron decided to, for the purposes of getting, looks like 23 million views on YouTube. So I guess mission accomplished. Got himself stung by one of these freaking things. And it's a video of what happened after this sting because nobody wants to see that because it's a little cringy. And the problem is that he reruns it again at 12:30 and nobody wants to see it. But the reaction plus the follow-up, it hurts so bad he forgets what he's doing. Go ahead and run that thing.
Wait, so just to be clear, he had one of these hornets around and he just held it on himself to say, I'm going to film myself. This is what happens.
Yes, and I cut it right to the point where he removes the insect away from his arm so nobody has to freak out about it. So you're not going to watch him get stung, but it's literally like 2 seconds later.
All right, here we go.
Ooh. How bad is it? Oh, man, wave of dizziness really quick. Ah!
By the way, these things have venom, and that's what's going on is they get venom injected.
Absolute searing pain. There's where the stinger went in right there. Did you not see how slow the sting was?
They've got our music.
I see blood. Oh my gosh.
I want him to jump off that cliff. So
I left this in there because the little hole in his arm is very tiny. You can barely see it. So it's not
yeah.
Watch this.
Gosh.
Watch this.
To me, he seems like a pansy.
Okay. My hand is completely seized up and locked in place. This is like the tarantula hawk. Look at the swelling that's beginning to form on my arm. Forearm is incredibly taut. Only about 45 seconds have gone by.
Careful not to go over the cliff edge, by the way.
Don't fall off the cliff.
Wait, does he?
No, but
dang.
He's hurting so bad he's not paying attention to it. Are we getting close to 12:30?
We're at 12:38.
All right.
There we are. We'll freeze frame on that.
Yeah, he just rolls around on the ground screaming basically the whole time. Anybody who wants to go watch the rest of that, I don't know what tab it's posted on Fark, but it's out there already. And basically his arm swells up to be the size of his leg at some point.
It really does?
Yeah.
So he wasn't just being a baby.
No, it sounded like it was the worst. And like I said, there's a venom So it's not just a bite; it injects venom into your arm, and yeah, it looks bad. But I spared anybody who's squeamish. I spared you that, but it's on Fark somewhere, so go watch it if you want to.
Thank you. Awesome. All right, next story. Otter juggles stones when hungry, research shows.
There's a video down. It's 15 seconds, and it shows him juggling stones. It's not as impressive as I was hoping for, but he is kind of juggling some stones.
I like this. Let's see.
Apparently cute. They do this when they're hungry, which is kind of odd.
I like watching otters. Right, he's playing with the stone.
It's kind of juggling. I was hoping for more like aerial maneuvers and stuff, but
they were really, for phys.org, it seems a little more sciencey to me. I'm not sure we can classify that as a juggle.
Yeah.
Robot spy gorilla records wild gorillas farting and singing for the first time. Now
this is pretty cool. Go ahead and run the video. I think you could probably start it up a little later than where it's at. I can't remember how long this thing is.
1 minute 41 seconds.
Jump it about 30 seconds. We'll get by whatever the intro is.
Other spies.
There we go. Oh, Curly.
So one of my kids does this. He sings when he eats. Yeah, I got a couple friends and at least one kid that'll do this when he eats. Call it the happy food song.
Yeah.
Apparently all gorillas.
20 kilos a day is bound to have consequences.
Okay, watch this part. This is the best.
Oh, that's awesome. That is so
live
cute.
In a semi-permanent state of flatulence.
As do I, as it turns out.
Why is it now that we're discovering this?
I don't know. Apparently they were hiding.
This could have brought us joy for so many years. Oh, he's spreading his leg. That was a good move right there. All right, now suddenly, and licks his finger. That was great. Yeah. That was great. I love that one.
Oh man, so good.
Nice. All right, man.
So there you go. Yeah, so gorillas fart and sing while they eat, and they live in a state of semi-permanent flatulence, just like we do.
It's kind of like, sorry, I muted the wrong one. It reminds me, I think it's the older you get, the less you care as well, just in humans. Like my grandma would walk, whenever she was walking up or down the stairs, it was coming out.
Just let him go.
It's guaranteed. It was a great spot to just let it rip. Plus, I think your body's kind of shifting, things like that. It just happens.
I had a great uncle that used to try to do that to the point where apparently sometime in the 1950s, as the story goes, he cleared out an entire supermarket once. And he was so proud of that.
I would be. That would be like, do you remember that time? That time when I cleared out everyone? Yeah. I don't know if anyone who's been married has probably had that experience where you're like, I have to let it out. It's painful. It's doing something in here, or you're proud of it, and you let it out, and they're not happy. Spouse not happy. Not
cool. You thought they were going to be really impressed, and they're not. Yeah, tell me about it.
Or you think they're asleep, and it's just a little before the sinuses went to sleep.
Yeah, there you
go. Awesome.
Good times.
Awesome. Well, what do you got lined up for the rest of the day? Anything cool?
It's trivia night. So playing trivia with a bunch of friends, and drinking too much, as you do. I'm actually kind of horrified at how fast I'm going through these box wines I've been buying. They're like supposedly have 5 bottles in them, and good Lord, man, that's like, I really wish that I keep thinking I bought it on Friday. So the fact that I ran out yesterday is at least like defendable, but no, I bought that damn thing on Sunday, and I'm like, oh God.
Isn't that a funny problem? You're like, I'm sure I just bought this a month ago. No, I don't want to check any receipts or anything. I don't want to be confronted with the
problem
truth.
Is this, it's like, I don't mind, like I did dry January and that was fun, but the big takeaway on dry January is that you end up the day seems like it's 50% longer, which is great when there's fun things to do. But during a pandemic, you don't want to like make it last 50% longer.
Oh my gosh, that is so true. Yeah, I want to do my work and I want the day to be done.
Yeah.
And then I'll wake up and I'll do it again tomorrow.
Exactly. That's the last day of weeks for me right there. So that's my big plan there. What do you got going on? Are you camping out in the backyard to celebrate anybody's birthday or another wedding anniversary?
Yeah, we now what do we decide on the sleeping outside? When are we doing that? Mother's Day. We're gonna do Mother's Day sleep out. Oh, this is okay. So for Nat's birthday, bought her a carpet cleaner.
Yes.
And so we're gonna clean the carpets Saturday night, and then we'll sleep outside.
These are big pandemic plans you have. I mean, seriously, this is about as big as it gets. I mean,
pretty big.
You can't do anything better than that because nothing's open.
Pretty proud of ourselves.
Yeah, nice job. Well done. I think I'm just going to take a long nap probably. Actually, it's supposed to be nice on Saturday, so I'm going to jump on the bike.
I hope. It doesn't seem like the weather can kick in here.
Yeah, it's just below. It's going to be 60 degrees outside for about 10 seconds in a little bit, so I'm going to try to catch that.
Yeah.
On the weekend, it's going to hit 70, so I'm going to be outside all day.
Now, Gratefully Alive says, how romantic, a carpet cleaner. Is that a euphemism?
Oh, actually, check this out.
Absolutely.
I missed a spot with the sunblock.
You got to raise it up.
Can you see that?
Oh, my gosh. Nobody else can see that unless I jerk you up. Here, hold that position again. I'll jerk you up.
All right.
That sounds awesome. You're raised up. That is, did you fall asleep?
No, I missed a spot. I'm very fair skinned, and if I am out in direct sun, I will burn in 10, 15 seconds maybe.
Jeez.
So I went on a bike ride that started at 10:30 and I finished at 3. So that was right through the UV 11 rating.
Wow.
With essentially, and I got it on both sides too. It's great.
Wow.
What was funny was I got done and I was like, why are my arms hurting so much? I did I have a tight shirt on or something? No, I got 2nd-degree burns on my arms. Whoops.
That was a brutal one, man.
Yeah, not as bad as getting bit by as a murder hornet, but that hurt.
I know. I got to go back and watch that video because part of me is like, he seems just like he's over exaggerating. Like, ooh, small little hole. But then, yeah, if his arm puffs up to the size of his leg, that's not good.
The swelling's pretty impressive when you get to see the whole thing. I spared everybody just in case people were squeamish, but it looked bad. It looked like he probably regretted his decision later.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, hope you all have a great night. Today is Wednesday, so we'll be back tomorrow at some point during the day. Who knows what time? Whenever it works for us.
Yeah, and are we going to try to do a movie on Friday, or is there somebody else's birthday going on?
Let me check the dates first. It's
because I know it's like prime time for you guys over there.
May is horrible. Okay, May 8th is a free day. So
nobody's birthday. Okay,
nobody's birthday. Yes, we can do a movie. We can do a movie that night.
Okay, cool.
So.
I got a bunch of suggestions in my inbox. People are welcome to keep making them.
Okay.
I'll send them over to you. I'll have to take a look at this. I'm behind on email like crazy, but I'll jump on that tomorrow.
Okay, sounds cool. I do have one movie recommendation for everyone. Last night, we rented a taxi driver. Not taxi driver, but a taxi driver. And it's a Korean film. Awesome.
Oh,
it's
nice.
Awesome. It tells a lot about Korea that I didn't realize, based on a true story about a reporter who got out a bunch of what am I saying? Things that were happening. Bad things that were happening. Student protests and things like that. And Korea was cracking down. Anyway, it's quite a story.
Nice.
That's all I got. All right.
Very cool.
Okay. All right. We'll see you all later. Have a good rest of the day.
Yeah. Everybody be cool. See you.